Our next guest is probably the most recognizable actor on local English TV over the last 2 decades. He's played an incredible range of characters. He's played a super suave lawyer, a super nerdy bookstore owner. He's even played the husband of my wife. And his new mission is to make you the healthiest you can be. Here to join us is Keagan Kang.
Hello.
Thanks, Keagan. You're looking good. What have you been up to?
Oh, what haven't I been up to? Been up to what everybody else has been up to, which is isolating.
Yeah, but you've been keeping well.
I mean, I've been busy with my new sort of way of life and leading a healthy lifestyle. And
I do want to ask you about that because we have photos about that transformation. This was over 3 months, right?
My sort of journey has been over 2 years.
2 years, right?
Yeah, about 2 years.
Could we get those photos up there? Let's take a look. Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Where did that gut go?
Oh, I think it went to my head. Oh, yeah. That was that's quite a journey. That's 6 months actually.
Right.
Yeah. But my journey has been, I would say, two years. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I'll be very honest and brutal and open. I've been going through a lot of things for the last 20 years of my life, and mental health was a massive part of that. But I never really addressed it. I always like swept it aside and put it under the carpet and thought, no, you know, I'm okay. Yeah. And throughout the years, I would always use work and things outside of my life to sort of to cushion it and to hide from it and escape. And as years progress, the compounding effect of that increased. And I got to a point where I was escaping through all sorts of ways, you know. Drinking became a huge sort of part of my life.
And I guess it kind of shows, it takes a toll on your body.
It
right?
does, because when we're stressed, we react in different ways with our stress. And for example, some people it's called stressful eating or?
Yeah, stress eating.
Stress eating, yeah.
Stress eating, yeah.
Others, well, for me, alcohol was my sort of crutch. And throughout the years, I noticed that it was in cycles. I'd go through bouts of, you know, drinking and partying a lot, and then I thought, oh, it's just, you know, part of the lifestyle, part of, you know, relaxing or having time off. And then when I would work, I would really, you know, work arduously and stringently, and I was very strict and focused. But, you know, there's a saying, an idle mind is the devil's workshop. And every time I was sort of idle, I was having to face with my own inner demons. Yeah. And a lot of them were things from the past and trauma, and I didn't really address them. And like I said, they compounded. And it got to a point where it was also affecting my health physically. So I would say the last few years, it was a pinnacle of I had to stop. Right. And I knew that something's not right. I've got to make a change. And when I decided to make that change, of course, you know, not worrying about yourself physically, not worrying about what you eat, again, excessive drinking and bad lifestyle and bad choices. I had to first start within myself.
A lot of us hitting middle age, myself included, sometimes we look at ourselves in the mirror and we hate how we look.
How can you hate how you look? You're a handsome dude.
Oh, thanks, man. No, but I mean, this is a real thing. You know, for a lot of us, we look in the mirror and we don't look the way we used to. We're seeing things that weren't there before. There are bits of us that I'm going to be plain, that I'm disgusted with myself for. And so, you know, I really feel you when you're talking about this. Yeah. So I'd like to hear about the steps you took to address those issues physically.
Even in the past, when I, you know, we're actors and sometimes we train for roles, and a role requires you to get, you know, physically as in shape as possible. I remember when you did was it 20,
25, yeah.
you were pretty, you were
I was
ripped.
working out
you were
every
like,
day, yeah.
like 8% body fat or something, ridiculous. You were just really shaped.
Yeah, it's really working very hard.
Yeah, those things are great, but it's also how do you implement that into your life?
Yeah.
And not just as playing it for a character. Yeah. And I went through different workouts before where I shaped up very fast. I got rid of the body fat, added muscle, became fit, but because I wasn't clear here, I wasn't mentally astute, those things came back and I just went back into old habits.
Right.
And it didn't matter what I did. I've gone through several bouts of reshaping myself and getting fit. It didn't click. This time it is here first. It's that mental clarity. And for me, the hardest thing was to admit something's wrong.
Yeah.
How do I make it right? And then coming back to the physical aspect is, okay, I need to eat right. I need to find a regime that works for me.
Yep.
And I need to stick to it. So the thing is, there's parts where we'll relapse and then we'll get back again. And it's all part of the journey because it's not a magic pill that you take and, okay, I'm fine tomorrow. It's an ongoing journey. If you've suffered something, and let's say in my case, 20 years of mental health issues, it's not something that you cure overnight. It takes time.
So before Keagan came on about an hour ago, he let me try one of the products that he's actually working with right now.
Yeah.
And I took 4 of those pills, and I was a bit tired. It was the middle of the day, and I am awake now. He was saying there's this ping. I'm feeling it. It's really, wow, there is a certain clarity to this. I'm not trying to sell this thing,
Yeah.
but it works. What is it?
Yeah. Okay. So the brand of products are it's called Intracell.
Right.
And this was invented by my manager's father, who's a doctor. He created it with a biochemist. And it's about cell rejuvenation. So, for example, this particular one here is Cell Regen 2. This is what you just took.
Right.
This is for adrenal support. So the ingredients inside are all adaptogens. And what adaptogens do is that they bring the body into homeostasis and balance and equilibrium so that you become more calm and relaxed. It's actually to reduce cortisol levels, to reduce stress levels.
Cortisol is the stress hormone.
Yeah, stress hormone. So this brings the body back into balance. But it also has a lot of other benefits because it has a great cognitive function for the brain. It's also good for your joints and immunity. And
I'm feeling it. I do feel more awake. I feel much clearer. I feel like my thoughts are not as muddled. So good stuff.
And it balances out the body and it gives you very good sleep. So to sum up everything, I mean, I happen to have all the products here. Where do we got camera 1, 2,
there we go.
Yeah. Right. So these combination of supplements, they're super supplements. They are all natural. Cell Regen 1 is cell rejuvenation. So it's all about repairing and restoring cells in our body. It has IGF-1, which is insulin-like growth factors, which is good for muscle recovery and muscle growth.
Right.
The great thing about that is also skin rejuvenation and skin vitality. Cell Regen 2, which is what you just took, is what I sort of summed up and explained, adaptogenic effects.
Right.
It's an anti-stress, but it gives you clarity. So it calms and relaxes you, but it makes you very focused and clear. And Cardiorexin is a cardiovascular supplement which opens up the blood vessels, and it also is a lung tonic. But one great thing I have to point out with this, especially in this environment right now, is it does have an ACE2 inhibitor. So coming back to the coronavirus has these spikes, as you know, and our cells in our lungs have a membrane around which has these proteins, and these proteins are called ACE proteins, which stands for angiotensin converting enzyme.
Wow.
So what happens is
Okay.
the coronavirus has these spikes which dock into the cell
Yep.
and then transfer information into the RNA of the nucleus, which then multiplies, destroys the cell inside, and then creates more viruses.
And I mean,
Yeah.
no physical contact. I'm sorry, man. But
It's like
before we let you go, I think you have a special message to a really important group of people out there.
Yes. So to all the healthcare workers and everybody working on the front line, everybody salutes you. This whole country is rooting for you, and we wish you all the very best, and we wish you safety first. And thank you. Thank you very much from the bottom of everybody's heart. We're all in this together, and we'll all get through this together, and we'll all get out on top of this together.
Appreciate you joining us today, Keagan. Look forward to seeing you on set soon.
For sure.